Hello and welcome to this presentation from the Urban Penguin. Me? Who am I? I am Andrew Mallett and I am the Urban Penguin. What are we going to look at? Well, today we're going to take a look at command line efficiency, and we're going to look at ways in which we can replay our history and replay our history reliably, which is always a good thing, isn't it? Come on, let's become those command line gurus we always wanted to be. And welcome to my world of the command line. To be working at the command line, we need to be able to work as quickly as possible. And that's where I say we really need to work out how we can become the command line gurus we always wanted to be. Now, one of the ways that we can do this is being able to manipulate and work with our bash history really easily. So let's start with some of our basics. The first thing is I'm going to run the hostnamectl command. And this just shows me that we're running Alma Linux 9, although to be honest, the Linux distribution that we are using is not so relevant. Any current Linux distribution is going to behave the same way. The shell that I'm using, which we can print with PS, will go through and show you that I'm using a bash shell, but again, any modern shell is going to give you the same features through the history. When I use a history command, I can see then previous commands that I've run. And I can easily get back to some of these history elements, and we've probably done it just using the up arrow key. Now, whilst that's okay, if I need to get back to my hostnamectl command, we can see then that I can easily up arrow key, get to hostnamectl, and just hit enter. But obviously, if it's a little bit further back in my history, then we've got to go through and dig a little bit deeper. Now, when I look at the output at the moment, having printed my history to the screen, we can see the numbers on the screen, the numbers of the history. So if I chose to run then !56, we can get back to the yum list httpd star. So it becomes an easy way, but really, do we want to go through and print out our history? And remember, we can have hundreds of lines in our bash history. So it's possible, but less likely. Another way, we can use !n. This is going to run the last command in my history that began with the letter N. Now, this is okay, but it's a little bit like Russian roulette. We might think we know what the command is. Here it's netstat, but we've got no way of knowing it until we run the command. Or is there a way of knowing? Yes, there is. There is a little known modifier that we can use to this element of our history to print the history first. So if I go back and repeat this using !n, :p, it will then do a no operation and will just print the command that would have been chosen. That now then is current in my history, and I just need to then use the up arrow key and run it again. Of course, I don't have netstat installed, but we can see then being able to rerun that command. So that's really useful if you want to avoid the Russian roulette scenario. However, if we really do want to preview the command before we execute it, another way is to use the keys Control and R. Control and the letter R. This allows me to reverse search, and the idea of this is I can put in any string, not just the string at the beginning of the line. So because I've got many yum commands, if I just want to get back to the yum list, I can use list as my search string. We're searching for it anywhere in the command line, not just at the beginning. And of course, you can see I can preview the command before I execute it. I can hit escape and it would put it on the line for editing, or just hit enter if I want to run it. If there's another command I want to go back and search for, just use Control R again. I can cycle through many different commands using Control and R. So there you go, your first step in streamlining your bash history operations.
All that is left to say is thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, then you are probably sadder than I first thought. For more of this drivel, please subscribe, like and comment to @TheUrbanPenguin.